Hi, I'm Bradley Webster. I'm a urologic oncologist at Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center. I went to medical school at the University of New Mexico in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I wanted to be a doctor my whole life. I think it started, my oldest brother passed away from cancer when I was in first grade, so that kind of got me introduced to the hospital system. And I focused early on in the field of urology, which is what I eventually did my residency and fellowship in. From a research standpoint, I was really drawn to renal cell carcinoma and the metabolism and cell biology of that combination is what drew me to the field of urology and specific urologic oncology. Prior to this, I was at the National Cancer Institute in Bethesda, Maryland, and I was focusing on renal cell carcinoma, specifically clear cell RCC. Specifically, we were looking at lipid metabolism in cell culture and looking at various protein targets that are alterated in that specific cancer. This cancer is known for accumulating fat inside of it, and nobody has a really good idea why that is. And is it a benefit to the actual cancer cell? By elucidating those mechanisms for why they're accumulating this fat, it could lead to potential new targets for future therapies. I think it's the combination of being able to look at it in the lab setting as well as in the clinical setting. So that combination gets me excited to actually look at this specific kidney cancer in all aspects that you can think of, whether it's in a cell culture dish, under a microscope, doing various experiments with it, and then again switching over to the clinical side and seeing patients when they're first diagnosed with these cancers and then eventually being able to treat them operatively. Again, with the ultimate goal of combining the lab and the clinic to maybe even alleviate the need for surgery in the future. Like, every day is different. You meet new people constantly. You're constantly on your toes. Variety and spontaneity day to day is what really gets me excited. At Roswell Park, we are a comprehensive cancer center, and what that really means is that teams talk to each other. So you'll talk to your surgical oncologist as well as medical oncologists, and those teams meet together regularly to discuss your care and treatment options and what is the best avenue going forward for your treatment. That is really what makes a comprehensive cancer center such as Roswell Park unique, especially compared to other hospitals in the area. Prior to starting medical school in New Mexico, I actually went to undergrad at Cornell in Ithaca. So I knew Western New York pretty well after that. And, I love the culture. I do like the weather to some degree, as best as you can love the winters of Western New York. Just the people in general is one of the main draws for wanting to come back to Western New York.